Okay, this is how you change the CV boot on a Mark II, Mark III Golf, or on a Corrado or any other Volkswagen or Audi or anything. I'm going to change the CV boot because it's ripped. So if you look there, you can see I have a big split just in the boot, and obviously there's grease leaking out. So what I've done is I just cut the two cable ties. Now you might have different types of ties on yours, but just cut them, and then we'll just walk the boot backwards. Now we're going to knock out the CV joint without removing the whole drive shaft. How are we going to do that? With a really big hammer. So just taking a quick look at the CV axle, yeah, it probably just needs to be re-greased, to be honest. So what we're going to do is knock out the CV joint, flush out all the old grease, repack it with new grease, and then reinstall it. But first we have to get the CV joint off the drive shaft. So how are we going to do that? Hammer, chisel. Okay, you can see the exposed splines just there. So what we did was we got our chisel and drove the chisel just there into the side of it. And just kept hitting till eventually you could feel it going free, and now we're just going to tap it off. And it's off. So what we had to do was hit the side of it just there. And what we're trying to do is force the splines up and over this ring here. There's an expanding C-clip just there. And that's what we were trying to hit, the inside splines up and over that. Now with the CV joint removed, just a matter of sliding the old boot down and off. So you can see that big giant crack in it there. Okay, time to wash that out and get the new CV boot. So here we have the CV joint, and all the old grease was washed out, cleaned, and then repacked with fresh grease. Now we're about to get the CV boot onto the car and rebuild it. So unless you want to do the job twice, don't forget to put the CV boot on first. There's two little rings that go on next. Now the CV joint just lines up with the first splines, and to give it a tap here with a hammer at the end. So after giving it a few gentle taps here at the end with the hammer, it's now correctly on the splines. Now we can pull the boot down and tighten everything up. Now with the CV boot pulled over the CV joint, there's two clamps to be tightened up, and they can be tightened up using a nail pullers, and you just put the clamp either side and give them a squeeze. You can see that one there, I give it a good squeeze, and this one here is actually all the way underneath, and yeah, everything is covered in grease. So that's how the CV joint is changed.
So now we have the wheel back on, everything's back together again, and we're ready for the road. So if you like this type of video, give a thumbs up, subscribe over there, and as always guys, thanks for watching, see you later.